Today, we are going through Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad April Fool's Special Comics. Because why not? I have a couple of Harley Quinn comic books. I really liked Harley when I was in college. I mostly read the comics online, because I'm broke. I didn't have any money to collect them. But I really, really loved this particular issue of Harley. Both of these comics have the same stories, but I wanted to collect the variant covers. So the first one, we have Harley Quinn rocking it out, and it's Man-Bat. Don't get confused, it's Man-Bat, which is why he looks like that. So we have decked out Harley Quinn with her lasso and a gun. And then the other one, it's essentially the same thing. But the variant is Harley Quinn with her lasso. Instead of a gun, it is a mallet, which is her signature weapon. And Man-Bat looks like he's going to a party and he's a nice guy. Not nice guy, but an actual nice guy. The story inside will explain why. These are my prized possessions. Okay, so yeah, cover. And then at the back, we have the same advertisement, which is Batfleck and Superman himself, Henry Cavill. I almost forgot his name. I'm so sorry. You know what? Let's go with this variant, and then I'll explain this later. So we have a Harley Quinn going through it. She's talking to herself, and she's not doing so good because all of us are not doing so good. She's going through it. She's imagining her ex Joker once again. She's down on her luck. I could use a fresh sense of direction. And then we have a character here who drops by Harley Quinn's place. We have a folder here. The character dropped the folder of suspicious things on Harley Quinn's doorstep. And Harley says, hello? Ah, crap. I was hoping for an action sequence. See, she was ready to beat up someone she don't even know. But essentially, she receives Evil Anonymous, supervillain therapy group. Some of y'all need therapy, like Harley, huh? It's Alcoholics Anonymous for bad guys. Harley gasps. I think this folder might actually be intended for me. New sense of direction achieved. So Harley gets a folder or a message regarding Alcoholics Anonymous kind of needs someone to give therapy for them. And who is a doctor? A doctor of psychology? Well, it's Dr. Harleen Frances Quinzel, MD. Harley has took it upon herself. A sense of direction, finally? She can do shit, right? She can help the bad guys. She's a doctor. A new sense of fulfillment. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Ah, yes. The Man-Bat. I mean, he look happy to you? So this is her first assignment. Dr. Harleen Quinn's first assignment. Yes, troubled Man-Bat. The doctor is in a fetching wingsuit. What? Harley jumps off. Where did she? Is she on a blimp? Somewhere. She jumped from somewhere and was like, I'm here to help you, Man-Bat. And then Man-Bat's like, oh, tell me about your mother. So, it's Harley doing therapy. Because the first thing she asks is like, tell me about your mother. I'm like, what? You were human once, right? A doctor, I think I read. So, what caused you to... And then Man-Bat is like, ah! He doesn't say it like that, but... Oh, absolutely, Harley says. We're all initially reluctant to embrace therapy. Nothing unusual about that. And I'm like, what? And then, yes, fear of mortality. While they're flying down from, such a height. Again, quite normal. And then, wait, I don't want to die either, Harley Quinn says. Pull up. Pull back for ears. And then they're almost going to die. Look at that. Whoosh. Not very good at this flying thing, are you? Harley Quinn is going to give you therapy and also insult you. And then Man-Bat is like fighting for his life. And then Harley's like, how dare you? I'm a trained mental health professional. I want to help you, furry Man-Bat, to not be so furry no more, to be happier, at peace. Can I invite you to our supervillain therapy group called Evil Anonymous? And then, are you trying to say bright light? Yeah, and then they get hit. Here we go. They've like kind of hit the bus, right? And then Harley Quinn, this is Man-Bat. And then this is Harley Quinn. She hits her fucking head trying to give therapy to Man-Bat, who's still flying, mind you. Mr. Man-Bat, look at him. He's not doing so well. Sir? Oh no. Mid-flight bat nap? Man-Bat, it's the fuzz! Which, be assured, is not a reference to your nocturnal mammal appearance, I swear. Like, I don't know what to tell you, okay? I was having the time of my life reading this. I was laughing while I read this online. Because, like, Harley, like, assess the situation. And then she's thinking about Man-Bat. It's the fuzz, which is the police. And then she's talking about, don't worry, Man-Bat, it's not you. Okay, it's the police. And Harley. And then, yeah, freeze, creeps, says the police. And then Harley says, Therapy School Rule 1. A therapist must never mock their patient, especially if they look like a nightmare fuel fur creature with big, fat, leathery wings. Slap, huh? Oh, she's trying to wake up Man-Bat. Now, what was Therapy School Rule 2 again? She's trying to wake up Man-Bat. She's just trying to help, right? And then, for some reason, right, Man-Bat is still conked out. He's still out of it. And then Harley was like, what's rule 2? Oh yeah, never use your patient as a surfboard. But I am all about the unorthodox counseling techniques. I'm like, what is going on, Harley? She's riding Man-Bat like a surfboard. And she's having the time of her life. And then the police are trying to like shoot them and shit. Poor Man-Bat, just going through it. We have like inner thought bubble or whatever. You know, subconscious voice. I came here to try and help this poor, tortured, extremely furry man. Why are you insulting your patient? To make him happier, healthier, and you know, not a giant bat anymore. And then they kind of hit. What happened? I think they kind of hit something, right? Yeah, they hit kind of like a corner. Man-Bat whooshes into like an alley. And then when Harley Quinn finds him, look at him. He's not a bat anymore. Oh shit, I cured him. And hey you, the police are like, fuck the fuzz. This is definitely what I'm meant to do with my life. Help these most troubled souls. Rid them of their demons. Yes, I guess you could call me a hero. Stop or we'll blow your brains out. Well, come on, police. Didn't you see? Did you not see Harley helped Man-Bat? So we have now Harley Quinn imagining things like very cartoonish. Right. She's not doing too good in the head. Which is why we have this. Right? There's two sides. Not really two sides. There's another side to Harley. I think I hit my head too hard. Remember, she hits her head with Man-Bat's head. She's not doing too good again. And then, just before I black out, I see a mystery person jump out of a car and reach for me. Who could this be? And then, I probably die. Or something. And then I'm awake. Or am I? If this is a dream sequence, I'm gonna feel really cheated. Is this a psychiatrist's office? I'm a Freud's... Yeah, it's been a while since I read this again. And I forgot the jokes. But it's so good. Why are you joking? Like, she's so unserious. Wait a minute. I gotta get the big mallet ready. Remember, Harley is like, mallet first, questions later. So we have Harleen once again. Wait a minute. I gotta get the big mallet ready. Like, she doesn't even know who's visiting. And she's like, okay, enter. And then, hi, this is the right place, yeah? Evil Anonymous Supervillain Therapy Group? Are you the doctor? Why, yes, I am. Please come in. Lie on the couch and ignore the enormous mallet, and you would be. Oh, hi. My name's Killer Moth. Ah, yes, and you are drawn to me as though I were a light in a kebab house. What are you saying, girly? You can call me Dr. Quinn. Medicine Woman. Now, Killer Moth, what seems to be the problem? I'm obsessed with moths. And then we have this. This is amazing. Deeply traumatic. And then Harley's smiling, right? Because I trained as a psychiatrist. And then I became a supervillain. So now I can combine the two. I can cure supervillains. Yes. And then be given the Nobel Peace Prize by the President of the world. Harley, is that Barack Obama? What's going on? I have never been so happy. Wake up screaming in the night. Oh, poor Killer Moth. Harley's not even listening at this point. She's kind of like, oh yes, I'm a supervillain, but I can also be a therapist for the supervillains. And she's like, I have it all together now. Whoever had set Evil Anonymous up, they sure knew how to get the word out to the villain community. So we have the other villains going through shit and turning to Harley for some therapy. We have Enchantress. I'm just a sweet girl who wants to stop an evil witch from possessing her body. Voll! Destroy! Rend! Conquer! Etc. I do an awful lot of charity work. And then we have Ratcatcher, which is, I guess, the James Gunn Suicide Squad 2021 movie had a different Ratcatcher. It's Ratcatcher 2. So this is the dad, I guess, in terms of, yeah, it's not linear. I don't know who this is. They could be, it could be someone, some other rat catcher, right? With all the arcs and all the storylines. It could be someone's brother. You guys never get to the core of a problem, honestly. I'm very skeptical about psychotherapy as a profession. You had an upsetting incident with a rat at some point in your past. My god, how did you know? And then Harley Quinn's like, I'm just done with this. And then we have the Star. Did James Gunn read Suicide Squad April Fool's special? Why is the thing? Why is the Star here? I forgot his name. I'm gonna search it. It's the Kaiju. Anyway, we have Toyman. I suppose it all goes back to my childhood. And then Harley's like, you don't say. And then we have, lastly, Poison Ivy. Wow? Really? You want therapy? Of course. And then Poison Ivy's like, yeah. Cocktails therapy. Am I right? Hell yeah. The doctor is out on the town. Ivy's my best friend. She always knows how to lift my mood. I mean, listening to all these problems, it can get kind of depressing, and she's still back on her supervillain ways, even though she's a therapist, right? And then really, this is what you're gonna do from now on? No more hijinksing? No more fun? I think so. Yeah, I generally think this might be what I was always meant to do. It just seems kind of right. Sorry, hon, but I know you. You need the thrills too bad, and more than anything else, you need the bad. Also, don't forget that someone mysterious set this whole thing up with you in mind. Yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Don't that just sound like an evil plan? I don't know what Ivy's doing here. I think she's kind of like Harley Quinn's internal voice. Like, yeah, don't forget someone kind of set you up to this thing. Next, we have, once again, Killer Moth. Ivy's so smart and so right. They lie on that couch and they go on and on about their faults, their weaknesses. I mean, where's the laughs? So Harley's kind of in that state where this is getting kind of boring. I kind of miss doing bad stuff. Hey, Killer Moth, I got an idea that would, I think, really help your recovery evolve to the next level. One of the Evil Anonymous 12 steps. There's 12 steps? Sure, why not? Let's do a field trip. And then we have Scarecrow here at the bottom. I think it's time for you to help someone else. Okay, let's see how Killer Moth can help out the Scarecrow. Go on. Hi, Scarecrow. Killer Moth, you may have heard of me. And then Scarecrow's like, what the fuck is happening? Me and some other villains have been going around to this therapy group, and, well, I gotta say, I feel happier and better about myself than I have in years. Really, calmer. And then Scarecrow is having some troubles seeing the thing. He is blind. Like Jamie Lee Curtis in Freaky Friday. And then Harley's looking up the thing and she's stealing the thing in the background. And then Scarecrow's like, moths, big moths. I think it's fair to say the Scarecrow isn't quite ready to embrace change. It's not for everyone. And so we have the list of participants who kind of like needed therapy. But me? You know that bump on the head I took? Well, I'm beginning to feel a lot more like my old self. I want to thank you all for being trusting enough to come to this first group session and for being so open with me. And then what happened? You've all told me so much, your weaknesses, how to defeat you, where your bases are with all your loot, and I shall use them to become the Quinn pin of crime. Oh, she's back. She's back to her evil ways. You know, we're all villains here, so let's all enjoy the Scarecrow's fear toxin, eh? Yeah, so that's what she did with the canister. She put fear back into her patient's mind with the fear toxin. After all, we're the ones the world should be scared of. Oh, well, we have a comic book for Scooby Apocalypse over here by Jim Lee. Sheesh! And then, oh nuts, the joke's on me. And you know, these days, sometimes I can't tell what's real and what's a dream. So, we have Harley, supposedly, like, I think she used the fear toxin to kind of treat her patients. Like, I think you do that in therapy, right? You kind of give the patients a little dose of their fear to kind of treat them in a way, or make them kind of, I don't want to say used to it, but they kind of do that. I think I'm not sure, but she used the fear toxin to make them kind of like relive their fears, so they're all screaming, right? But I think Harley thinks she's helping because, remember, she's a psychiatrist. She knows what to do. So I think she's dosing them with their fear a little bit. If I understand correctly what's happening, I don't know what's happening. But essentially, somebody alerted the Justice League that Harley has some kind of villain team going on here. But they don't know she's just giving therapy. The Justice League thinks she's assembling a team, right? So, okay, Evil Anonymous gets shut down now. Harley's like, no, this isn't fair. And she's trying to fight back. And then Harley's like, I was enjoying myself. Okay, now I'm getting kind of sad because I remember what happens, right? She's like, Harley's trying so hard to fight back. And you know she doesn't stand a chance with Wonder Woman because it's Wonder Woman and she has a mallet and she's crazy. But she tries, right? She was like, I was enjoying myself. I was growing with the Evil Anonymous therapy. You people, you're bullies. You spoil everything. And Harley's mad, right? It's just the Justice League against Harley Quinn. Right, she's all alone in this scenario. I tried to be better. Really, I did. Promise. Superman breaks the mallet with a snap of a finger. And it's not fair. Right? The Flash took the mallet and then gave it to Superman. And then, for some reason, Green Lantern is trapping her. Right? As if, you know, Poor Harley going through it. First, she gets blasted by Cyborg, and then her mallet is broken by fucking ass Superman. And then we have Green Lantern. What? They're teaming up. They're teaming up to get one Harley Quinn. How many are there? 6, if I can count. But what chance does an ordinary gal stand against them? The superheroes? What chance do any of us little people stand, which is the villains, I guess, against the giants? And then we have Batman saying some shit. Come on, Quinn, there's a cell waiting for you. And then it hits me. Shabam! Oh, it's just twack. She headbutts Batman, right? And then Harley's like, you people, all of you soups, you're the bad guys. And then Harley Quinn faints on her own, or falls on her own because she can't take it anymore. Oh hey, unconscious, subconscious inner voice, don't hit the snooze button yet. I just remembered something. This, Evil Anonymous, me. Someone set all this up. Unless, of course. And then we have one of the haunting things I have ever read. This is the reason why I bought this. Right, so we have Harley Quinn in her jester's outfit, which, remember, she's wearing it at the start, right? We have Harley Quinn in her jester outfit, and she's wearing it right now. She's not wearing the one where she's trying to fight the soups. She's wearing the one at the very start. And then she's seeing the screens with the Justice League, right? Superheroes, Harley. Superheroes take our dreams away. She's being fed these images by someone who's talking. And who's talking, you may ask? Oh, it's not Supergirl. It's Supergirl. Okay, so here we are. The one who planted the Evil Anonymous therapy group. You've been in and out for days, mumbling about something called Evil Anonymous, Harley. Getting real angry whenever the superheroes come up on screen. You seem to really hate them, huh? And then Harley, who is brainwashed at this point, was like, yes, I can understand it. The story you told me, you having an epiphany and all, feeling like you're finally where you're meant to be, feel like you're going somewhere different. And then they come in, the soups, smash it all to nothing, make patterns, repeat, take the bad girl back to prison, and all goes around again. Real people aren't allowed to grow and learn in their world. Only gods get to do that. We, the people, only do what they tell us. And then Harley now is imagining the Joker. I tell ya, Quentin, I think you're gonna want to get on board with what's being offered. Oh, right, I forgot. She was like imagining the Joker. Right. She's imagining the Joker at the start. And then Harley doesn't know anymore what's happening. She's like, who said that? Who is this? Who said that? She's imagining once again the man who destroyed her life, Joker. And then the anonymous one is like, what if I could offer you a country, a world without the super folk? Would you like to be involved in that? Harley's like, yeah, very much. I knew we could count on you. And then Harley's like, one question. Promise me an honest answer. If we're going to work together, I need to trust you. Evil Anonymous, the folder, the therapy sessions, all of that. Tell me, Miss Waller. Okay, I'm sorry. Tell me, Miss Waller, did it really happen, or did I imagine it? And then, of course, the reveal that it's fucking Amanda Waller, Suicide Squad operative. And then she says, does it really matter? And she's like, oh god, I'm getting a bit emotional again, because when I read this, I was like, oh shit, this is too much. That's why it's the Suicide Squad April Fool's special, right? April Fool's Harley. It's not real. And then, yeah, we have Amanda Waller giving Harley the Evil Anonymous. Harley's like, did it really happen? did all of those happen? Amanda Waller's like, does it really matter? And then Harley's like, no. And then Amanda Waller's like, that's what I thought. And then we get the very last part, which is Harley saying, I just wanted to help. Woo! Woo! Hey bro, this ain't no April Fool's special, bro. This ain't no April Fool's funny haha. This ain't no funny haha. It's like feels. Like, what do you mean? Why? Amanda Waller leaves Harley over there after everything that happened. The growth, the therapy, the finally realizing what you're supposed to do. And then Harley's like, I just wanted to help. When I read this, I thought, I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be really funny. It's Harley. When I was in college and I was reading Harley, the Harley Quinn comics, I always laugh. You know what? Even in the animated series, in the original Harley Quinn Jester getup, she's so funny. I laughed all the time with her shenanigans. She's just so funny. So I thought, okay, when I saw this online, I was like, oh, April Fool's special, and it's like a Harley Quinn solo special. Okay, what happens here? And oh god, it gave me the big sad. I'm like, what do you mean that Amanda Waller set her up to fight the Soups? Why are you telling me that none of that happened, that Harley Quinn isn't allowed to grow? Oh god, I forgot it was a Suicide Squad kind of, not really crossover. I don't know what to call it. But I forgot Suicide Squad is in the picture. If Harley dies in the Suicide Squad, there's a part in general, Suicide Squad comics, Harley Quinn dies. And you know what? They revive her because she's not done doing shit for Amanda Waller and the Suicide Squad operation. Okay, so it's kind of like, that's why I like Suicide Squad. I was really pumped up for Suicide Squad because I read as much of the comics that I could because I really liked Harley. And so I was like, okay, let me read Suicide Squad. And it's so good. Like, let's not talk about the movie yet, the 2016 movie. If anything, I like the James Gunn Suicide Squad more because it just kind of encapsulates more of what the Suicide Squad team actually does. The 2016 one, I didn't feel like the comics. It didn't feel like the comics because in the comics, yeah, you have a bunch of teams, right? But essentially, they just don't have a choice, right? They're recruited so that they can get out of prison or they can reduce their sentences, right? So you know what? The Suicide Squad, you know what? We don't really have anything else in our lives, you know? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We could die. So they set up the Suicide Squad because they think, you know what? These villains, these badass villains don't really deserve anything. So it's either you die in the mission or you die in jail. What's it gonna be? And so they choose the Suicide Squad. They're kind of an underground operative, right? For example, some shit that the superheroes are not allowed to know. They're the ones doing it. And it also kind of involves some other type of villains or government shit, right? When the government is involved, they are there. The Suicide Squad family. Why a family? Suicide Squad team is there. But anyway, I got a bit sidetracked. I got into Suicide Squad lore. But yeah, we have Harley having the worst day ever. And I think I teared up a bit. Like, when I read this part, oh no. I was sad for most of the day. Because I was thinking about Harley, who just wanted to help. She was down in her luck. right? She was down in her luck, like she's still thinking about the Joker, and then after all this time, she's still fucking down on her luck. And then we have the last page, which is, well, this may be a new low, even for the moral paragon Amanda Waller. Tell me, have you just made Harley Quinn even crazier? I needed to know if certain villains were up to the grade, and I needed Harley motivated for what's coming, and we don't what's happening. Like we give a crap. Harsh but fair. Just tell us which of these capes we've got to kill first. And then, to be continued in Suicide Squad number 1. Captain Boomerang, Katana, Deadshot, and... Swamp Thing? No, that's not Swamp Thing. Killer Croc. Yeah, we have Killer Croc. I think that's Killer Croc, right? We have the Slayers, the main Slayers over here. I have to read Suicide Squad number 1. Let me read that. But anyway, yeah, it's the end of the laughs and the sads. We have some Earth 1, Wonder Woman. We have some kind of like a sneak peek of what's going to happen inside Earth 1. We have a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital HD. Justice League versus Teen Titans. Why they're fighting the Teen Titans? Cyborg! I thought you're Justice League. What's going on? What is happening? For people who don't read comics, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you just saw Justice League Cyborg. And then, okay, Teen Titans... I don't know what to tell you. Cyborg is from Teen Titans. And then suddenly, he's in the Justice League and some other comics. So, bear with me. Even I don't know sometimes what the hell's going on with some comics, because essentially all comics are one shots. They're fan fictions. Somebody could be thinking, oh, what if Superman is like a big bad guy with all the powers? And then some other person is going to think, oh, what if in this Superman comic he got no powers? He got no fucking powers. And it's Supergirl. Supergirl is the one who gets the powers. Anyway, yeah. So, essentially, this one is also the same thing, I think. Is it this? Yeah. I just wanted both variant covers. There's just 2 of them. Don't worry. I just bought 2 of them. I wanted really badly to get both variants because I really liked this comic one-shot. I just felt so much sadness that I was like, yeah, I gotta collect both of them. And I did. And you know what? No regrets. Because it's so good. Right? So, that's about it. If you made it this far with me rambling on and on about Harley Quinn and everything, yeah, thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye.